Welcome back to the show. Well, we keep saying it on this show, you know, finding something unique, people often find it difficult, but you're not looking in the right places. Where you should be looking is really some of these amazing local artists that we have here in this city, and Cube Gallery has been highlighting and helping, you know, sell their product many, many years now, and they have their Big Smalls number 18 this year. Their 18th annual. Don Monet joins me. He is the artistic director over there at Cube Gallery. Welcome. Great to have you, Don.
Thank you.
Cube Gallery, it's gone through some transformations over the years. Tell everybody at home, you know, a little bit about its beginnings and where you find yourselves now.
Well, Cube is started in 2005 on Hamilton Street, and we ended up moving up to Wellington, and we had the gallery there for about 10 years. So it was physical gallery, and just in December 2019. We decided to close the physical gallery and just concentrate on online, and it was probably a good choice.
Yeah. For what reason at that time, Don?
Well, it was just I wanted to get like I had been doing it for 15 years, no, more than that, 20 years of selling art and going 7 days a week, and you know, everybody who's in small business knows that it's always on your mind, and you're just constantly going. So it was really quite a relief to say, okay, well, maybe it won't be all the time, and it won't be in a physical space. Doesn't mean that I still haven't had, you know, pop-up shows and stuff like that. So I still keep my hand in. I'm still doing curation, but just not at the intense level. I mean, it was once a month. Every month we had a new show.
Yeah, you know, that's a lot, and people don't realize it takes a lot of time and effort to put that together.
It's true.
And you did go online, and it's been incredibly successful. And so is this Big Smalls. Tell everybody at home about the idea behind this.
Well, the Big Smalls was actually when we first started the gallery, we didn't know what we were doing, and we just said we're starting a gallery. And the Great Big Smalls was this idea I had. It was the second show we had at the first Cube.
Okay.
And so 18 years ago we said, well, this would be a good idea to have a group of artists and just do small pieces. And we made them all at that time just 12 by 12, so they were all identically sized, so we could hang a show right down the wall.
Oh, that must have looked really cool.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was really neat to hang that show, and it was a giant success. And so we said, okay, this is something we're going to continue.
We're just having a look here on screen, some of the offerings up this year. Tell me about some of these.
Okay. Well, you see Clara Kim's little bird there. It's quite gorgeous.
Yeah.
All these artists that we represent are local, and almost all of them. Oh, that's a Mark Seabrook. He's up in Manitoulin Island.
I'm always shocked whenever I talk to you how you remember all of the artists' names just by looking at the painting.
I actually have probably one of the worst memories.
Really?
As a gallerist, that was my biggest failing.
I was on your website, and this artist stood out to me. I mean, just beautiful work.
Reed lives up in Chelsea, I believe it is, but these are all local. That's an old friend of mine, Clive Tassar. He's a great woodcutter. That's a woodcut.
Really?
Yeah, and that's a little cabin that he actually saw. You know, Paula Zubek, she just lives in the neighborhood and is a wonderful artist who's done a lot of work over the years.
So is it a mix then of professionals and non-professionals? Is it fair to say?
Entirely. Like, some of the works that you're seeing are either going to be somebody who's in the literal professional realm where they're showing it, like somebody like a Russell Uresti. He shows at the National Gallery. They had a full show of him at the Ottawa Art Gallery a couple of years ago.
Wow. Yeah.
And you'll have people of his level, and then you'll have other people who are just starting and getting a break. And that was one of the things I loved about the show, is you could always have different like people who had never shown before got to show like some of the some really important people, and it started a few careers, I think.
Nice.
Over the years, yeah.
I mean, it's a great starting point, not only for the artist though, Don, but it's also a starting point for somebody that wants to begin collecting, because I think sometimes when we think original art, the first thing that comes to mind is it's not approachable. I can't afford it, right?
Oh yes, no, that's 100% true, because that's that's why I like the smalls, because it's an entry and it's a gateway. You can say, okay, maybe I can't buy like a normal Russell Urusty print, say, is
Right.
3,000.
Yeah.
But you can get a little bunny for 200, you know.
Yeah.
And also, it's just supporting local artists who have had such a hard time over the years too. It's a nice thing to do. I mean, people don't realize that that's the possibility. You can actually help our local culture, you know, just by buying some art,
Yeah.
you know, online or at a show. There's a lot of shows in town.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, absolutely. We've been seeing some come through this show actually, just in the last
100%.
month or so. Don, you're an artist yourself
I
as
am,
well, right?
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your background and what mediums you work in.
Well, I guess I started as a cartoonist and a political cartoonist, and I've always had, like, you know, a sort of a big foot in that sort of realm, and then it morphed into me doing more fine art, and now it's almost completely fine art. But I do it with a photo collage and paint is my medium. And yeah, it's actually the past couple of years I managed to get a studio. So I have for the past 2 years had my own studio, which during when I was selling art at Cube, you
never had your own studio.
Yeah,
of course. So that must be refreshing, right? I mean,
I think
how
my
special is that?
art is good. I try to use the everyday, and you know, so a lot of my models are just people from life and stuff like that, and it's fun. It's fun being an artist again.
All online, but people can pick up, right? You offer what, pickup and delivery?
Yeah, well, we have a home office, and so all the art is actually there. And so if somebody buys something, they can just come down and pick it up. Like, make sure you don't tick the, you know, delivery charge on the site, you know, or I will deliver it, or it'll go into Canada Post if you live out of the area.
Wonderful. Don, always a pleasure having you on. Thanks so much for joining us again today. Again, it's the Great Big Smalls, number 18, edition 18. You can go to cubegallery.ca. All of them are available on there. Just scroll through some beautiful pieces. We'll be right back.